That's
like a
right.
real
Good
fish.
evening, everybody. Everybody out there in Chester County, Coatesville, and on my Facebook page, doggone it. I told y'all we're going to be live this evening. And sure as sugar and sweet, I got none other than the Paige and Paisley show for City Town Talk. Now, first of all, I'm going to lean to my left, and then I'm going to lean to my right. And ladies and gentlemen, that background is none other than that sweetie pie, Miss Paisley, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk to her in a second. But what I need y'all to do right now, I told y'all this is going to be something special. I want you to get on your electronic devices and hit the share button. Hit the share button. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who may ever or know of having a child with special needs or anything like this is the show for you. We got Major Paige Thomas Minor on here today. I didn't even know she was a major, but that's besides the point. I am so excited. Now, I want y'all to tune in, and this is what I want you to do. If you have, let me see, am I in there? I'm not in there yet. If you have any questions, I want y'all to ask the questions, and she's going to answer it in real time. Now, somebody hit the share button so Brother Fonz can get this video, because my electronics is acting crazy because I'm excited, right? Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Here it is. Paige and Paisley show. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it. Okay, I am on. I'm going to stop the theme song because ain't nobody trying to hear that all night long. Hush up. Okay, I got 2 viewers so far. Hey, look, good evening, everybody out there in Chester County and on my Facebook page. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. If I look and I act like I'm excited, that's because I really, really am. So, but that's okay. I do need y'all to come on and sign on in and just say hi to Paige and Paisley. They down there in Quantico, Virginia. I'm finding out some stuff about them that I had no idea. First of all, up until yesterday, I had no idea that she was a major in the Marine Corps. Now, look. Now, wait a minute. Let me see if I'm getting this right before I mess this up. I got to shut up my volume. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't get nervous, Fonz. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, look. Paige is a major in the United States Marine Corps. So the first thing I want to do is say thank you for your service. And it's like me and her brothers and sisters because yeah, because I was Lance Corporal. I was Lance Corporal in the Marines.
Hey, Paige.
And she's the major.
Oorah. Say oorah.
Oorah.
Oh, no. Paisley knows oorah. See, that's Marine Corps talk.
Oorah.
I don't know nothing about that. But
Oorah.
girl, look, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to have these 2 individuals on.
Oorah.
Oh, that's an oorah for the 3rd time. I think she's live, and I'm really, really excited. Let me see.
Wait a minute. Wait for me.
Let me see something. I don't see. Oh, there's one person watching, so we are live. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have tonight's guest is Major Paige and Oorah Paisley. Paisley is a double amputee, and I want to talk to both of them because I just think the experience of Paige and her daughter is so uplifting, and I believe it's going to help people that tune in. Now, I'm stammering a little bit because I'm a little sensitive. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do have some basic questions, and we're going to just let Paige take her name. But first, I want to ask Paisley some questions. Paisley, are you ready for this?
You ready?
We're going to have some Q&A. And look, and I better say this too. This show is being brought to you by Allen's on First Pizza. They will be closed Sunday and Monday, but they're going to be back Tuesday, 11 a.m. with pig feet, chitlins, and all that other stuff. And I want to introduce Paisley to you, and then I want to talk about the Thomas women in the family, because the Thomas women are real special. But first, Paisley, because you're special, let's talk. Hey, for you viewers in there, or I see you popping up, if you got any comments, shout out, anything like that, say so. First of all, Paisley, how you doing?
Say how you doing.
How you doing?
Say how you doing.
I'm fine. How you doing?
Do it like Wendy Williams. Do. How you doing?
How you doing?
No, say it louder.
How you doing?
Hey, well, okay, all right, I'm doing just fine. Okay, we're connected now. Paisley, now I got some questions for you. Paisley, what are some of your favorite cartoons?
Cartoons.
Justin Tate.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
I want to see Tom and Jerry
David David.
and Bugs Bunny.
Bunny.
so you like the old school cartoon? Do you like Coco Melon?
Yeah.
My grandbaby always looks at Coco Melon. Hey, Irish Home is checked in, and so has Tina Sayella Zeller. I like that middle name, Sayella. Sounds like Salmonella. But she just checked in. I want to thank you. And of course, you have this is like the PP show, Paige and Paisley. So, hey, Paisley. Okay.
So Fonzie talking to you.
What is some of your favorite food? What you like to eat?
He's not whispers, like pancakes.
What?
Pancakes.
What?
Hey.
What?
Pancakes.
She said pancakes.
Pancakes.
Okay. I had that this morning, that little chef. Okay. Mary E. Colley, it is good for you checking in. I know you was going to check in, Mary Colley. You wasn't going to let these Thomas sisters come through town and you don't see them. Okay. Now, hey, I heard you like swimming. Is that true?
Swimming.
And
Yes.
you like that?
Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you swim?
Show him how you swim. Show him how you swim. Hey, swimming,
That's
swimming.
Paisley is all that in a bag of chips. Hey, look, Paisley, but look, I got something for you that'll here's is a gift that I made that your mom won't come and get, right? But we're gonna have some fun right now. So my viewers, don't y'all try to like
It's a surprise
take
for
it
you.
over me and put me in a box. But here's something that I made for Paisley. Just let me turn the
You
light
see,
on
please?
first.
How pretty is it?
Wow. It's changing colors. This thing is crazy. I made this for you.
Whoa.
Yeah, she said, whoa. See, this is yours, and I don't know how to get it. I'm going to give it to your grandma.
We'll get it. So we'll come get it next month. Say thank you.
Thank you.
She said,
I appreciate that.
I did the figure.
She said she appreciates it.
oh, thank you. I might as well leave the background of my house up. It's a mess, but it's all good. It's my mess. It is my mess. Now, Paisley, do you like to dance?
Dance.
You do.
Show him how you dance. Sit to the right. Show him how you dance. Do Cupid shuffle.
To the left, to the right, to the right. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. She dropping it like it's hot or something. Wait a minute. That's the devil.
That's what she does.
Oh, Lord, she's out of control. Now, Paige, explain to me what you have right there that you just put on her. Let our viewers know that.
All right, so Paige is gonna stand up nice and tall here. This right here is called a liner. Can you say my liner? My liner.
My liner.
And as you can see, it has plastic, and this is a seal. This is a seal. So Paisley wears what's called one moment, Paisley.
She's on karate or something.
She does. She likes Taekwondo. She does it on YouTube.
Okay.
But so she wears this liner. It's called her second skin. And it has a seal on it because Paisley basically walks on air, like an air suspension system all day long. So we put this on top of her regular leg. So this is her leg right here. And this has to go on top of it because her prosthetic leg, called prosthesis, needs something to attach to.
Hey, Jared Hines, man, it's good to see you this evening. And Kay Jordan Martin, the lasagna lady, has checked in. We have none other than Paige and Paisley on here. And this is going to be one of the most interesting interviews that I've ever had. Now, look, I just found out that, that Paige is a major in the Marine Corps. So now tell me, what do you do in the Marine Corps?
Yes, I've been in the Marine Corps now for 21 years. You remember, when I was a young young little girl working there on 2nd Avenue with my mom and walking around the corner to see you all the time. Well, I joined the Marine Corps when I was 18, been in the big green machine for 21 years now. I'm a logistics officer by trade. That's all of the Paisley. We lost Paisley for a couple minutes.
We'll get it back, but I want to
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah, so I mean, big scale logistics. I move Marines and their equipment around wherever we need to go, particularly to the battlefield, to do what we've been called to do. But whether we're training or whether we're fighting, that's what I do. I pack us all up and I get us where we have to get to.
and ladies and gentlemen, I had to stop and just put a pause, a comma, or a pin right here because the Thomas ladies are kind of like special. No, they ain't kind of like special. They real special. Sister Roberta, it is good to see you this evening. Now, and the mother just had a truck built so she can sell shrimp in it. Now, I don't know if y'all don't understand how special that is, but she has a business called Shrimp and More. She has converted some sort of van, big truck that it just houses and shrimp, and it is amazing what she's doing. But doggone it, that ain't it. Then here comes my sister, was it Shannon? Now she got wait a minute, the social station. That's THEE, the social station, right? And she does events. First, she came out with this photo booth thing that was just totally knocked everybody's socks off. And now she has spreaded it to look. She got king and queen chairs. She got little baby chairs with 1-year-old kids. I seen her do a party. And little 1-year-old kids had a chair sit up. I'm like, how you do that? Whole bunch of them. She does magnificent events. Her personality is out of this world, real humble. And now you have a major in the United States Marine Corps. And then you got Paisley. I mean, these young ladies in the Thomas family are fantastic. I'm going to stop bragging on because I'm going to get you. But let me see. All right. Now, how many children do you have?
Two. Paisley and Major. Major's 1 and Paisley is 4.
Now, wait a minute. She's a major and her son's name is Major.
Hey, listen,
What a tie-in. What a tie-in. And it only made sense. Okay. Now, all right. What happened? What disease, illness, or what did it affect? How did it affect her legs, and what is it called? And just tell us a little story about that.
Yeah, so simply, certainly I could go down and talk to you about all of the medical terms and stuff, but I'll give you the clinical diagnosis up front. It's called tibial hemomegalia. The short story of that is Paisley was born without the weight-bearing bone that goes from our knee to our ankle. That's our tibia. And it's only found in 1 in 1 million births, and so we call her 1 in a million. And and so didn't really know exactly what was going on. Found out that there was please Paisley, stop. Okay, I'm gonna let her go for a minute. Found out, when I was pregnant about, early in about 4 months or so, that there was something happening with her legs. They couldn't quite tell me exactly what it was. And so really didn't see it until she was born, wasn't diagnosed until she came out and they were able to see exactly what was going on.
All right. So once you found out about these challenges, where did your mind go? What was your thought process?
Yeah, I thought about that. We talked a little bit before the show and I tried to give it some thought because, what happens is once you've been through something, right, you can look back on it and you can speak to it a little bit more intelligently. But I was like, man, how do I put my emotions back into that experience? And all I could think, because I'm a faithful person, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a religious person, the only thing I could think was that we got to play the card that we're given. And I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew I was committed to her once I had her inside of me and once she was born. And I said, whatever it is, we're going to make the best decision that can be made. We're going to consult all of the right people. We're going to consult the medical team. We're going to consult our spiritual advisor, our religious advisor, our family, and everyone. And I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to put my trust there. And I knew everything was going to be all right. I look at Paisley as just a total, a miracle, really, because there's so many things about her that are not what we consider normal. Her blood type, is like O. Obviously, she was born with a condition that's 1 in a million. There's so many things about her. So yeah, I would just want to say that, my thought process initially was like, well, I couldn't feel any real type of way while I was pregnant, other than the fact that I was going through a high risk pregnancy because there was something going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really know what it was. They told me she was sitting Indian style while I was pregnant. They said she's just a young lady. She's a little lady. She's sitting with her legs crossed. She's sitting with her legs crossed. And so that's what they always told me. And then she came out, and then there's all of these doctors there, all of these specialists there. Everyone's on standby in case they had to do any emergent type of procedures or anything. But when I seen her, I was like, this is what we got, and we're going to work through it.
Hey, Omega Nixon just checked in. Omega, it is good to see you this evening. This evening we have Paige and Paisley, and tonight's show is being brought to you by Allen's on First Pizza. Pizza, home of the beef pepperoni pizza. Imagine that, will you? Okay, now, Kay says she's an angel, wonderfully and fearfully made.
Yeah, there's Kay. There's Miss Kay. That's one of our
the lasagna lady. Oh boy. All right. Yeah. I understand that you're a single mom. So how do you get to do this? Be a major in the service, logistics, sending equipment to Iraq and taking care of Paisley?
Yeah, that's a loaded question, Fonz. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let her take another walk. We're dealing with bedtime. Yeah, it's a loaded question, but here's what I'll tell you. It's hard work. It's not easy. And I would offer that my life's experience to this point has well prepared me, for what I do with my family. I didn't think about that before. I didn't realize it. I couldn't identify with that until I started doing everything for Paisley, which is a lot of coordination. It's medical coordination. We got medical teams, therapists, prosthetists. I got nannies. I got school teachers. I got a whole bunch of people that I have to coordinate on a regular basis, in addition to being a full-time, active duty United States Marine, managing my home, managing my other son and all of his and all of his school and everything else that he needs extracurricular. And so I'll tell you, it's hard work. And the reason why I say my life's experiences has prepared me for where I'm at now is because I'm a logistics officer by trade. I'm organized. I'm highly organized. Yeah. And I would offer that those skills, but it's not just what the Marine Corps, taught me. These are things that I've been doing since I was a little girl working with my mom. So, people ask you what your strengths are. A lot of people can't answer that question. I make sure that I can answer that. For the areas that I'm strong in, I'm highly organized. It allows me to coordinate a lot of different stuff. It allows me to be decisive and to, communicate well in advance on a whole bunch of stuff. And so all of those skills came together, and then Paisley was put in my lap. And I said, that's why I'm prepared to take care of her.
Man, God knew in advance, man. He knew in advance what you needed and all that kind of stuff. Hey, good evening, Rita Brown. If you don't know it by now, we got Paige. Minor Thomas or Thomas Minor?
Thomas Minor.
I'm just going to say Paige. There's too many names. Okay, now what else? Omega Nixon sending you many hearts. Now,
nice.
Now, did you ever doubt that you would be able to handle this challenge? Was it?
Yeah, so I thought about that, and I gave it a lot of good thought. And I would tell you this, Fonz, I never doubted it. I never doubted it. I know that that's easy. People are probably like, oh, that's the easy thing to say. But I didn't. I never asked the question. And I can remember clearly, I never said, why me? Why me? In a bad way. I can remember having a couple conversations with my mom and just being very humble and saying, like, why you think God gave her to me? But not like, it wasn't like, why me? Why did I get this, this task or anything? And she, she would counsel me in a way that was like you already said, he only gives it to people that can handle it. And I know that for the audience, for the viewers and stuff, like I said, everyone knows I'm a spiritual person, and I couldn't do this without faith. That's what I'll tell you first and foremost. But they say he only tests the strongest in big ways. He tests his most loyal soldiers, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's the way I look at it. I say, I'm proud to have the test. I'm proud to have the challenge. I'm proud to have the opportunity. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be a part of Paisley's world.
That should answer a lot of people who have children with special needs. in regards to the relationship, man, because God knew you could handle it. I mean, I can't say it no better than what she said. Now I'm going to say some things here. K. Jordan Martin said, "Amen. God don't ever give no more than you can handle, hun." And she said, "Hun." And I said, "God knew you would be the perfect mother for her," and that is so true. I'm right there with you with that, Iris. He knew you could handle it, man. And look, Francine Norman has checked in. Francine, it's good to see you this evening. Okay, so we answered that, man. Okay, now. Did you ever entertain the thought that you wouldn't be able to raise your? No, we just answered that. We're just going through these questions like crazy. Did you ever go through depression? I'm not going to say the why me stage because you already said you didn't. But
yeah, but the depression piece, I'll tell you, it wasn't depression. Although that's a big thing. And what I'll tell you is that I was going through something. I couldn't put my finger on what it was. But they give you this book. It's a really nice book that they give you after the surgery. And I went back to just because I'm a feedback person. I always get feedback. I went back to the hospital and told them they got to give the book before the surgery when you're planning and preparing and stuff, because I'm a preparer. Right. Anyway, my point is to answer your question. It wasn't depression, but what I later identified was it was grief. And because there was a loss. And so even though, we have hope in the mercy of our Lord that he made the right decisions, he did everything. I look at you. They did he called it. I see you. You want to show Mr. Fonzie? She's dressing up.
You ready to go somewhere, huh?
Yeah. He called it just the way it needed to be. But, I had to go through this. Every time you go through something, you got to deal with it. And I didn't know exactly what it was, but I later found out, through counsel, through reading, through consultation and stuff, that I was grieving. I was grieving a loss, because even though God gave her something better, right? This was a purification. We took something, gave her something better so that her quality of life was increased and she's able to run, jump, and play. Right. It doesn't change the human nature of it, and that I suffered a loss because I took care of, my husband and I at the time took care of these little legs and these little feet for 2 years. And when they were gone, that was a loss.
Wow. Interesting. Hey, Pastor Montez Jones has checked in. He said, "Cousins, so proud of your gift and example." No, seriously. Hey, Pastor Jones, man. It's everybody cousins, because every guest that's been on here,
that is my cousin.
You said that's my cousin. All right, but I can date. Tanisa Hines, she's checked in. That's kind of like why I like Coachville, because everybody is related and intertwined. So I only be laughing and joking. I'm the only one that ain't got no cousins here. But that's all good. Okay, so you said the way you came out of it was through consultation, reading, and all that kind of good stuff. Pastor Jones, anybody asked you to explain something? He said our grandmoms are sisters. He broke it. Thanks for the clarity, my brother. That's all right. All right, so let me ask you. So what are some of the first things you had to do as far as organizing your life with Paige's life around things like therapy and doctor visits? What's the first thing, and how do you go about doing all that stuff?
So some of the first things that I had to do was I had to get smart, right? I had to research what it is that she has. I'm a study person, so I had to analyze it, I had to research it, I had to read it for myself. I couldn't just rely on what the medical professionals told me, because certainly there's another element to it all. There's the science, right? And then there's the faithful part of it all, and then kind of putting those two things together. And so I listened to everything that medical had to tell me. I listened to everything that science says that it was. I went through all types of testing, genetic testing, environmental testing, all of these things to try to put a button on what happened and why did it happen. And at the end of the day, there are no answers. She was just born incredibly unique. Science can't explain it. And so the first thing I had to do was I had to get smart. I said, I can't advocate for this. I can't champion for her. I can't do what's best and be responsible enough to make the right decisions if I don't know exactly what her condition is, what are all the effects of it, and how's her quality of life going to come out? Because, there were decision points. I had to learn how to be incredibly decisive, even though I was already decisive. And I thought that I was a really decisive person. When it comes to her, there's some things that, there's no there's no in between on, it's like, you can't put her leggy on backwards. There's certain things that there's no, like when I train her teachers, when I train her caretakers and stuff, there's only one way to do certain stuff. And so I had to become incredibly decisive, and be her advocate, because she didn't have the voice. She still doesn't have the voice to communicate stuff. And so, so that was step one. Step one was get smart, be her advocate, know what you're talking about, and be decisive on when it comes to her matters.
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Hey, look, for all my viewers out there, and first I want to say good evening, Danita Nicole. I've never seen you before, but I'm glad you're tuning in. Hey, and Danita, we're just one big happy family, as you can tell, because we're all related and everything. So you come on here anytime you want, because that's what we do. But now, wait a minute. So what does your day look like? Okay, you're waking up in the morning, yawning. So what does your day look like?
Man, I wish, I'm up at about 4:30 every morning. Part of that's the Marine in me. Part of it is that's the first time that I have to say my prayers that early in the morning. The third part of it is I try to get up and do a little bit before the kids get up. I still got to, maintain Marine Corps standards. So sometimes it's the only opportunity I get to PT. So I'm often downstairs on the treadmill at about 04:30, 04:45, going for a little run, jump in the shower. The kids wake up pretty early. We're not the standard family that we get to sleep in. They're up and we're rocking and rolling by 6. We're out the door by 6:45. Paisley's first therapy often starts around 7. Some mornings we have therapy for 2 hours. Some mornings it's for 1 hour. I'm packing bags every night, packing bags, packing the car, out the door by 7. The kids are in school usually around by 9 or so. Every day is a little bit different. It depends on the medical schedule. We have specialty appointments, we have therapy. But for the most part, I'm up at 4:30. Kids get up at 6. We run, we play, we go to school, we do the work, we do everything we have to do outside the house. We're back home by about 5:30 in the evening. And then from 5:30 to 7:30, that's the only real quality time I get with them. And it's dinner, it's baths, it's stories, it's prayers, it's and that's it. They're asleep by 7:30.
Man, well, you're well-rounded. Listening to you, I was thinking about Paris Island back in 1968 with my drill instructor. I'm listening to you, and I'm like, hey, she really is in the Marines. 0430. Oh, look, praise the Lord. But now, so how does Paisley handle her therapy? Is some therapy worse or harder on her than any, or does she have a favorite? Or talk to us.
Yeah, and so I try to make it fun, right? We have this wall in her room, and I've started just creating a book. We have a picture of her therapist and, a picture of what she does at that therapy, because kiddos, special needs kiddos sometimes have a lot of what they call therapeutic intervention, and meaning that they're around a lot of medical professionals, and that can be a good or it can be a bad thing, right? Because now they got to remember all of these faces. They got to form relationships with all of these people. They got to understand what they're going there for. So from extracurricular activities to therapy to doctors, we have a picture, often a picture of her and that person in her book. And so if it's her swim instructor, we put the pool and I put the swim instructor right there. And anyway, that list goes on. And so I try to get her motivated is what I do on the way to therapy or the night before, to tell her who she's going to see the next morning. So like this morning, she saw Carly, her speech therapist. And so the night before, I'm telling her, we're going to see Carly tomorrow morning. We're going to see Carly tomorrow morning. And then she wakes up and she's like, can we go see Carly? So, but yeah, she's around a lot of adults all the time. And so with that, we try to find as many opportunities for her to just be a kid too. And sometimes that's a little bit hard because she's very mature mentally, because she's around medical professionals all the time. And so there are times, especially when she's at school, where I'm like, just let her play. Let's let her play. Kids with a lot of therapy and stuff, they're always being told what to do. They're always being instructed. They're always being told, do this, walk this way, tighten your body up, breathe here, move your legs here, do this, do this, do this. And so she's always being told what to do. And so the psychology of it all, because we do have a behavioral health specialist, a psychologist assigned to both me and Paisley, taught me you have to find opportunities for Paisley to be in charge. And so whether that's her picking out her clothes, her playing in my hair, her picking out what she wants to eat. You got to give her choices. There got to be times where she can make decisions.
Man, hey, y'all viewers, y'all getting this, you getting this consultation free. Compliments of Brother Fonz and Alan's on First Pieces. I'm telling you, this stuff, you can put this in the book. And I know this has to help some people because I can only imagine the complexities of what y'all have to go through physically and mentally. But wait a minute, Mary McKay, one of my most favorite viewers, just checked it, and then here was somebody special in your family here. Shannon D. Thomas, #1 hype womb man. Shannon, it is good to see you. And you know what?
My sister hyping us
You know
up.
you special because she don't even tune into my show. We're on the same Ash Park. It used to be Ash Park pool, but Ash Park commission. Anyway, so it's good to see you, Shannon. Thanks for tuning in. Your sister rocks, man. And
Yeah,
Paige
she
ain't no
does.
slouch either.
Hey, can I just go unnoticed and say she does rock? She's having a birthday. A happy birthday to my sister coming up soon. She's gonna hate me for it. The end of the week. She's gonna hate me for it, but this is my only public opportunity to say how much I love her and say happy birthday.
Oh, where my handkerchief at? Shannon, you got that right here on City Town Talk. A shout out, a birthday shout out all to yourself. God bless you. Shannon, she's fantastic. I love her spirit because it's a humble type of spirit, man. Kay said, Nasir said, what's up? Tell Nasir I said, he's what's up. I appreciate what he's doing and how he's carrying himself out there. And best of luck to him in his track pursuits. He's very, very fast. The lasagna lady's grandson is very, very fast. Now, do y'all go to a special hospital on the base? And this got to be so expensive, the prosthetics and all that stuff. Do you get help with that? Where's the hospital at? I know I'm throwing a bunch of questions together, but
no, it's all good. It's all good. No, so Paisley's, her primary hospital is Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. It's about an hour north of us. We do have primary care here on base. She has about 10 specialty care doctors. Most of her specialty care goes up at Walter Reed. Some stuff is out in town. So it's a lot to coordinate. You know, I have TRICARE for insurance. I also have Medicaid through the state. It's just a lot to coordinate. So I'd say anywhere from 10 to 15 different providers, different specialty care appointments. We go to Richmond Children's Hospital, which I'm grateful, you know, by the grace of God is 10 minutes away from us. So that's where her local therapy goes. But we push up to Walter Reed once a week because that's where her prosthetist is the person who makes legs. That's where she's at. And so we have to go see her regularly. Her physical medicine doctor is up there. They keep an eye on the whole package, whether that's her equipment, medical equipment, her wheelchair, her legs. Her legs are expensive, but it's considered. Yes, babe. Oh, you look pretty. Tell Mr. Fonzie, hey.
Yo, Paige, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey.
No, let's do this. How you doing? Oh, that is so nice. Oh, you got Mickey Mouse on there. That must be one of her favorites. My granddaughter likes Mickey and Minnie. Your voice is gone. You're on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So the legs they're very, very expensive, but it's considered medical equipment, so it's covered.
That is good. Because they look expensive. Now, does she have a preference with her prosthesis? Does she like
She
one?
does.
Which one she like?
Yeah, so currently she has four sets of prostheses. That's her current wardrobe right now. She has these little things that we call sninkers. And it's just a little cup. And there she is. It's just a little cup.
I didn't know what that was. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, so we call them sninkers. So all it is like her so some technical terms. The piece that's on her leg is called a socket. And so what they did was they cut her socket down into just a little small cup, and they put tread and rubber on the bottom because I wanted her to have something that was very low to the ground because that's where she's most stable. So she could play around the house, walk up and down the street, go in the backyard, everything like that. And she runs very fast in these. Yeah, so these are one of her favorites. Her second favorite are the feet that you see all the time that have a big U on them. That's called a cheetah foot. It's real bouncy. just like her being on a trampoline all the time. So she likes to bounce.
But now, isn't that the ones that some of the Olympic runners used to, they called him the Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Actually, he got locked up for killing his girlfriend. Not that I want to talk about that, but he runs in them. Is that
Yes.
the same thing, right?
Similar. So her new legs that she just got last week is the actual blade. It's more of an L shape. Those are the ones where she'll be able to really learn how to, when she starts participating in soccer next month, she'll start to get the hang of really running.
Bam. Okay, Mary. Well, first of all, your sister said, really? That must be in reference to you giving her a birthday shout out. I'm only guessing. And then Shannon said, how you doing, girlfriend? Kay said she is adorable, but Kay, we all know that. Come on now. So what else we got? Like, who don't know that? Okay, now we talked about prosthetics, and we talked about what is her favorite, and we talked pretty much about who all is her support system. Like everybody in America is her support system. Now
she has a big fan club. She does have a big fan club, and I'm grateful, that I've been able to use the Instagram, the social media platforms to bring some awareness to her and to just build her extended family. But let's talk about her immediate support system. So certainly, she has her family. She has here in Virginia, we don't have that many people. It's just us, me, Paisley, and Major. But luckily, over the last year, we've been able to add a couple neighbors, and particularly Miss Kay, who's behind me. Katie and she started out as a nanny and has turned into extended family, an auntie, and everything else. She's a great support system here, but our support system is many.
Say hi back there. Tell her I said, put her face on the screen and say hi. Get over there.
She said hi. She was bringing me leggies. Hey,
how you doing? Thank you for being who you are, okay?
Yeah. Thank you. So locally, Katie is really special to us. She's a retired Navy chief who worked in the medical field and worked with wounded warriors who had amputations. And so her blessing on our family, man, right timing.
God done hooked you up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But that's just here, but our support system is large, Fonz. I mean, I got my mom, my sister, my grandma. So I got my family, right? We got our religious family. We got our medical family. We got our YMCA family. We got our social media family, our neighbors. We got all types of support. But at the end of the day, it comes down to physical support too. And I don't have a whole bunch of physical support. It's me doing the heavy lifting. I got Katie in here about once a week, who gives me a little bit of a break, because we all need a break. It's called respite. We all need a little bit of respite. So I get a couple hours a week. The Marine Corps helps me pay for that. And so I'm grateful for that. Medicaid gives me some hours towards that so that I can take a little break. When you're someone's primary caretaker, they recognize that can become overwhelming at times, and everybody needs a little break.
That is all right. That is so good. Now, does Paisley ever notice the differences between her because she's an amputee, and does she ever talk about it, or does it affect her?
Yeah, so I don't think that she's obviously she's learning about body awareness now. She knows the different parts of her body and stuff, and she's identifying that there is a difference. But I'm grateful that I'm not seeing what the psychologists have told me sometimes resonates. Like some people become angry, or as kids start to understand that their body looks different than others, all types I got to get ready. I got to prepare myself. I got to get mentally prepared for different emotions that she might start to experience. But right now it's fun. She plays with her little brother's feet, and she, identifies with her feet being on her prosthesis, and so right now I don't see, I know that she's aware of her body. I just don't think that she can fully grasp my body is different in these ways. But I also paint a narrative for her. The psychology of it told me to teach her story, teach her narrative. And so I try to, teach her narrative, and I don't tell her that she's different. I tell her that we all have differences. They're different than you. I don't make her the subject of being different. So I let her know they're different than you. You're not different. You don't have to walk through life, saying I'm the different one. Right.
So where did you learn that technique? Did you learn it by reading classes, or you just naturally like got this
No, no, no.
discovery?
The psychologist,
Okay.
Paisley behavioral health specialist, told me, he's like, listen, at some point, she's going to say why. She's going to have questions. She's going to say they look a certain way and I look a little bit different. And so they said early on, I have to start teaching her her story. So
Okay.
I can teach her her story very simply. And it could be like, I wasn't born with all of the bones in my legs, so they gave me new legs. It could be something as simple as that. And then I also have to teach her that you don't have to walk through life explaining yourself. But because it's such a physical difference, you might want to get it out the way, and then people can really see who you are instead of them
Mhm.
sitting there not having the courage to ask you a question about your legs. But
Right.
see,
Right.
kids are very, very resilient, Fonz. What I've learned through this experience already is the little kids in the classroom and stuff,
Mhm.
it's the adults who have a problem, right? And they don't know it's a problem. They just don't have the courage to speak up and ask what it is. Kids are like, once I show them,
Mhm.
these are Paisley's legs, these are how they work.
Mhm.
Kids are just like, hey, give Paisley a minute. She has to put her legs on. That's just the way she puts her legs on. Kids are accepting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is good
So I
stuff.
would I would challenge anyone who has kids, if you've never talked to your kids about differences, the time is now. We all have differences, and it doesn't have to be as great or as physical as Paisley's differences, but we have to have the conversation with our little people that everyone in the world doesn't look just like them.
Mm. Hey, look, all my viewers out there, look, I'd appreciate it if y'all share this. I want to thank those who are already sharing it, but for those of you who hasn't, Shannon, hit the share button and stop playing. I don't really push the share, but I'm just saying it anyway. I need y'all to share this, share the Omega, hit the share button, stop playing. We want to be all up in your social stratosphere. Now, what else do I got to say? All right. Through this whole transition and all this, what have you learned new about yourself that you may not have known before?
Yeah. So I'd probably say that one of my greatest lessons learned is that I gotta keep getting better at asking for help um when I need it, because I can take on a lot of stuff. And I would say that finding a middle course, finding a middle ground with everything that I do has become a something that I practice. Because like for 18 years, 17 years, I was a Marine, trying to be super competitive, working 24 hours a day, doing everything I needed to do because that's all I knew. That was my career. And so then I have little people, and I got little people with, Paisley with special needs and stuff. And, something has to give, right? When you're succeeding in one thing, you're sacrificing in another thing. And so I had to learn to find a middle course and give, I don't have to be the best. I can be good enough
Mhm.
in every area, right? I don't have to, be. One of my bosses told me a long time ago, everyone's not running a 6-minute mile. He said that to me because I was kind of hard on the Marines. And so now I fully understand what he's saying, right? That, you know, I can only give everything so much. I would say I've learned to ask for a little bit more help. I'm learning how to ask for help. Um, and I've learned to find a middle ground and know that I can't be everything to everybody and to every organization. My priorities have to be straight. My kids got to be first. Paisley's medical got to be there. Our home got to be in order. And then I give what I can to the Marine Corps and to my family.
Mm. Good stuff. Hey, your sister Asia Hines gave you about 19 hearts. Asia, I can't count all the hearts, okay, but thanks for sharing that. Asia, you're special, I tell you. And your sister, she gives you 3 hearts, but she's also said seeing the differences versus the unseen differences, mental health.
Yeah.
Y'all be deep. Y'all little Thompson girls and Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? I know there's a lot going on up there right now with regard to mental health. It's a topic of conversation. Certainly my condolences go out to the Kennedy family and everything that has happened. But anywhere that we get a chance to give a plug, obviously I'm in the United States Marine Corps. We deal with a lot of mental health issues, to service at large, right? I'm learning every single day, to take care of my own mental health. through counsel. I have my own behavioral health specialist. Paisley has a behavioral health specialist, through talking, through, physical outlets, spiritual outlets, whatever it takes. But, we tell the Marines all the time, like, there's nothing wrong with not being okay as long as you're doing something about it.
Okay, here's Mary E. Kyle. Felicia, I want to thank you for sharing this video. Mary Kyle said something there. She said, my fam is spitting knowledge. Amen to that. We all have differences. Mary, you related to it too.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
I know. When the Joneses and the Mary Kyles and all that, and yeah. All right. Okay, but check this out. Man, this is pretty good. I hope I ain't wearing you out, but look.
Nah, I'm open. I'm here.
Because we're almost at the end. Do you have any suggestions? Because this is almost like a two-parter. I want to know, do you have any suggestions for families with children with special needs?
Yeah, so one of the first things I would say is that, I'm, like I said, I'm highly organized. I'm really studied, really researched. I'm not saying that everyone's going to do it on the level that I do it, and I'm not saying that I have the answers. I'm certainly willing to be wrong, but what I found is that so many people don't know what they don't know. They don't exploit the resources. There's a ton of resources through the state, through the county, through Medicaid, Medicare, all of these different things, and people get how you say, they get scared of it, they get intimidated by it, they don't continue to pursue it and exploit it. But there's a ton of resources out there. I mean, I've done so many things for Paisley already, and I feel like I'm at the tip of the iceberg. So I'm gonna keep. I ask God all the time to grant us a life of abundance, help me to use my skills, use my talent and my education to research and exploit every single thing that I can use to benefit her.
Hey, now, weren't y'all having a t-shirt sale or something like that in regards to limb loss and stuff like that? Is that still going on?
Yeah, and so that's going to be ongoing. So April, a little bit about some of the initiatives that I have going on outside of all of our busy, complex life, because we're just a busy family. It's a complex family. It is what it is. This is my hand and I'm trying to play it well. But some of the things that I do for fun, right, is the t-shirt sales. That's ongoing. Go to our Facebook page, and you'll see the link for it. Shirts and More right there in Thorndale provides those t-shirts. Right now I'm working on a children's book, actually, and Paisley is being turned into her own character, and so she's going to be the face of her own t-shirt here very soon. Just doing a number of things. The playground fundraisers for safe playground flooring that I did last October. It's coming to pass. I'm getting ready to post some pictures. 7,000 pounds of playground tiles arrived 3 weeks ago, and I've been putting them. Me and my neighbor have been installing the playground floor every night for the last week. So we're excited about that. I can't wait to share pictures with our donors. So a lot of good things going on. Paisley, I've signed with a talent modeling company agent out of LA. And so they're looking for some some platforms for Paisley to get out there and diversify, some of these major brands. We're trying to get signed with some of these brands out there.
So like, check this out. Paisley getting ready to have a portfolio. See, now what I'm saying, that's going to be the 3 P's. It's going to be Paige, Paisley, and the portfolio. You know what?
That's right.
I'm down with that. That's all right. I like that. Joanne Richardson, she has just checked in. She's one of my favorite people in the world. Wait a minute. Mary Kyle said hair bonnet. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Hair bonnet.
Yeah, so I put the hair bonnet on hold just for a minute because the distributor, just some issues with the distributor, but I'm going to bring it back for the end of the summer. Instead of a satin line beanie, I'm working on a silk line hat. I think the silk fabric would work better, and I'm hoping to roll that out around August, September timeframe. So be on the lookout. The website is in development. You'll be able to go out there and blog. My intention is to blog with families that have special needs, that we can share different ideas and stuff, to obviously have a photo gallery of all that Paisley has going on, and to have a merchandise, section there that will have the t-shirts, the bonnets, the children's books, those types of things on it.
Okay, so now you're getting my permission right now in public. whatever you got going, feel free to pop that stuff on my page and my timeline.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody else uses it. I'm telling you, employment companies, just everybody. They would look, they put it right on prime time. And I don't mind because it's all positive stuff. I tell them, don't advertise the parties and all that. I don't do that. I ain't against it. But don't say you're gonna be at appetizers and put it on my page, you know what I mean? But what you're doing, it is so amazing. Felicia said, you go, girl. And what else? Bernadette Runner, my future daughter-in-law, says you are absolutely amazing. God bless you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I never eat before I do my show, and my stomach usually tells me when it's time to call it a wrap.
Okay.
But I don't never want it to end without giving you, my guest, the last opportunity to say anything that's on their heart, because my show is based on information, inspiration, and education. And you gave us all three. But if you wanted to just say something tonight to all your viewers, now's your opportunity. And there's no time there. Just say some stuff. Make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, thank you for the opportunity to, share something about limb differences about our family. So we appreciate the what you're doing, for our community and just the platform, right? And so, like I said, I've become a different human being. Some things will change you, and they'll change you to your core. I've become an advocate for limb differences, and I plan to continue on this path. I always say it, to myself and anyone that I have the opportunity to come in contact. Maybe I didn't touch a whole bunch of people tonight, certainly if I said one thing that helps anyone think about something a little bit different, I'll be proud of that. I'll probably never know it, but if it just made someone think about something a little bit different and they can take that home, they can share it. I encourage you to share with the little people. The time is now. Please look out for the children's book, not just as a sponsorship towards limb difference awareness, but as a way to interact with your family and teach our youth about the differences in the world, so that people like Paisley don't have to encounter the cruelty, that this world may bring to people who have differences because of their ignorance. Preparation is important. I encourage people to get organized and to, when that challenge presents itself, to step right into it, because something that you've already done in your life likely prepared you for what's been put in front of you. So.
Man, I ain't adding nothing to that, because I ain't gonna make myself look stupid trying to follow that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now, this is just how I feel, right? I want everybody to have a good night. Asia said, you rock, Paige, Supermom. Hey, look, Asia, you are truly, truly right. I am so blown away. I'm just blown away about this whole thing. Dion Alette, you all late? This show almost over, but that's all right. Because I'm going to repost this over and over and over again. Dion, look, thank you for allowing me to just sit here and talk with you for a while and listen to you, man. Yeah, look, I know what amazing sounds like and looks like, okay, and it's wrapped up in you and what you're doing and how you're doing what you're doing, man. It's like Mary Kyle said, drop the mic. That's why I'm shutting up, Mary, because the mic has been dropped. I'm trying to find a way to get out of here and out of this.
Hey, it's done.
It is done. Thank you. God bless you. I want you to have a great night. Hey, to all my viewers out there, don't forget to share this. Next week, I got Ramsey Coulter on, who is a credit specialist. This is his second time around. Y'all got to really view this, because credit is important. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Good credit is very important. So with that being said, I want y'all just to know that Coachville is rising, and Brother Fonz really, really loves y'all, man. I want y'all to have a good night and peace out. Bam. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Paige.